All right, guys, so today, to start off our new channels, if you're watching my channel, it's Extended Play Productions, and if you're watching it on Derek's channel, you're on Corrupt Cinema. Welcome. And today, we're going to just go through, to start it off, just show all the equipment that we have. This is basically everything that we'll be using to film every video on both of these channels. So I don't want to make this too long. I'm going to try and go pretty quickly through everything. I do want, though, to explain why we got each part and everything. So hopefully I can make this as quick as possible. So let's just go ahead and get started. So the main part of the rig is the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera. And this is probably the best 1080p camera you can get, especially at this price point. It's less than $1,000. And you may be asking, why not get a DSLR? Those are a bit cheaper. They have, you can take photos with it, yada, yada, yada. Well, this has the least compressed image that you can get for this price. It has Cinema DNG, which is a RAW format. It's not completely RAW, but it's a very slightly compressed RAW. But it's so helpful to be able to use this because you can color correct, you can do all that, you can change so much of your image in post and not screw up your image, and it just records a lot cleaner image than most other cameras out there can. So this was a great choice for that. And it does have some drawbacks like the batteries, which we'll talk about later, but overall I'm really impressed with this camera and it's really nice. And that leads us to our next thing. This is a micro four thirds camera, which means it used micro four thirds lenses, and we actually got this Metabone speed booster, which is a speed booster first of all, which means it actually brings in more light. So because these EF lenses, by the way, this is a micro four thirds to EF mount, so you can put EF lenses on this thing, and since these are bigger, it actually concentrates the light that comes in through here into a smaller area, so you're effectively getting a brighter image. And this thing is really great in low light. It's like, it's fantastic. I mean, compared to our camcorder even, it's really good in low light. And even without any lights in the room, like it's still a very usable image. So really impressed with that. It also fixes the crop factor. This has like a 3x crop factor, and this speed booster actually lowers that to about like 1.5 or 1.75, so it makes it much less cropped. Next of all, the lens. This is a Rokinon 24mm t1.5 lens, and this is a great lens. It's very cheap for the price. It's a cinema lens, which means everything's manual. So the aperture is manual, the focus is manual, which also makes it great for this follow focus. But it's a really great lens. It's much less expensive than the other cinema lenses by insane amount. Like it's crazy how inexpensive these are compared to the others. But we went with full manual because I just don't like automatic stuff. I don't like having automatic focus and automatic aperture that you have to change in the camera. I like it being right here. So cinema lenses were obviously the good choice, but we might have to get some zoom lenses that are just regular like DSLR lenses, because a lot of the cinema lenses don't zoom, and the ones that do are ridiculously expensive. So I already mentioned the follow focus here. This is part of the rig we got. This is the Lampart DSLR rig, the basic DSLR rig. And really it comes with these two handles. It comes with this follow focus, which is really nice. It does an amazing job. There's very little give whatsoever, and it's a great follow focus. It also comes with this shoulder pad here and this like offset bracket. So basically when you have it on, I'll take it off later, but when you have it on, the screen's really like right up to your face. It's great. So that's that. The next part here is the digital audio recorder, and we got this because the audio recording in this thing is really not very good. It comes out as really quiet, and kind of there's like a lot of extra background noise, and it's just not very good. So what we did here is we have this audio recorder here, which depending on the case, we'll either record it straight to this, or if we want, we have this cord here that goes into the camera, which lets us record the audio in here to the camera, which is good for most stuff. But if we're on a shoot, like doing a legitimate shoot, we'll probably have a dedicated audio guy that's holding this, and probably a boom, and has the lavaliers strapped. But yeah, this is great because it has XLR inputs, so it actually lets us use like professional audio gear compared to like the one microphone jack on the camera. So that helps out a lot. This thing is fantastic, and it makes the audio sound a lot better when you're recording it in here, and it also sounds really great by itself. So yeah, these lavaliers are hooked up to it. We got 2 of these because Derek and I, even for the Game Bros stuff, this stuff is great, especially if you're going to like a convention or something. But also for short films, it's going to be amazing. It's going to help out a ton. And these are really great. They're kind of expensive, but I think they're worth it so far. And you can see that this one's on. I'm actually wearing it right now for the audio. So yeah, that's that. We also have the other one sitting here. And yeah, they're great. They just plug it right into the XLR. Continuing with audio, we have this Rode mic, which is actually, it's an okay mic and all, but it does use like the 3.5 millimeter jack. So we actually got an adapter for XLR because XLR is just sturdier. So, and plus it makes it easier to plug it into that. So we have that. That'll be pretty decent. A Rode shotgun mic's pretty decent. I'm gonna put this over here because I don't want it falling. What else here? Oh, this is our other lens here. So that other one was the 24 millimeter. This is, so that's really good for, it's not like super wide angle, but it's good for most things, and that's probably going to be our main lens. But this is the 85 millimeter. This is also T1.5, and this is great for portrait shots and zooms and really close up shots. So. This one probably isn't going to be used as much as that one, but it's still a nice addition, and it's actually a lot less expensive than the 24 millimeter. What else here? Oh, so there's 2 problems with this camera. First of all, its battery. The battery is pretty much trash, which is why we have 6 batteries here. There's actually 1 in the camera as well. So we have 7 batteries total, and we have this dual charger here because the batteries only last about a half an hour each. So for a full day of shooting, that's definitely not enough. And so we went ahead and bought a bunch of batteries because these are like $15 each. So they're not super expensive, but yeah, like I said, their capacity isn't very good. So we got a bunch of batteries, so we're covered on that. Eventually, I'd like to upgrade to some kind of V-mount battery that goes on the back that powers everything. But for now, the batteries do fine. And then also, because this camera records such great codecs, the lossless stuff that's not compressed like the DSLRs, you need really fast SD cards. So that's what we got here. We actually have 1 of these in the camera right now, but we have 3 more. And these are not that cheap, but they're really fast, and these are the SD cards you need to film on this kind of a camera. So that's about it. Oh, we also have this slate here. So we got that. It's kind of cool. It has the clapper. It's magnetic, and you can write all your info on there, and use it to sync up audio if you got the recorder separately. So that's about it, guys. Well, I guess I can mention the matte box here. This actually was not with the rig. This had to be bought separately. But this is a pretty decent matte box. It's kind of overkill right now because we don't have any filters or anything. If you guys can see, there's actually 2 of these little filter holders here. They're like 4x4 filter holders, and you can put any kind of filter in here. There's ones just for color. There's ones to bring down your f-stop, all that kind of stuff. So that'll be great once we actually get some filters. Right now, we're just running these. we just have this here because, you know, just to block out light in case we're outside. These flags are great for that. But yeah, it's kind of overkill at this point, but hopefully we can get some filters soon and rig this up even more. So yeah, that is about it. This tripod we've had forever. It's really nothing special, and I think it's just barely good enough to hold this all this weight. So yeah, that's about it. That's what we're gonna be filming with. Hopefully we'll get some shorts up kind of soon. We'll have to see how that works. You know, because spring break's already like half over. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully we can get some new content up on these channels soon, and I want to thank you for watching and subscribing. Thanks a lot, guys.